Hey guys, happy Tuesday. And I won't be a long video because I have to go pick up my son from robotics. So I just want to start with a couple things. I'm going to do a live video feed either Friday or Saturday night. Yes, because I'm a fucking loser that stays in all the time. So if you guys are losers too and you want to join me for a live session Friday or Saturday night, leave in the comments which one's better for you guys, Friday or Saturday night. Don't forget to join Making a Murderer Uncensored. I forgot the name of my own game group. Me and Laura Larson do an amazing job in it. It's starting to pick back up. It was a little slow. I want to welcome all my new subscribers. You guys are awesome. And I will keep making more videos. As long as you guys keep loving me, I will keep making more videos. Okay, so because I don't have a lot of time, now that I got that shit out of the way, let me get right down to it. There seems to be a lot of confusion, and in no way, shape, or form am I saying that I remember this to a T or that I know so much more, because I don't. But one thing I do know, and I can't remember the day, but Zellner keeps saying November 3rd, and that very well could be the day that they took the blood. But specifically, it was either... she was called in the 3rd, so it had to be the 4th. The 4th is when Colburn called in. Whether it was before the truck driver or after the truck driver, which I'm assuming was before, but somebody posted something and it kind of threw me off. But no, it was the 4th that they found the truck. And then it was planted the next day. But that truck was in custody on the 4th. I don't give a shit what anybody says. They say, oh, well, it wasn't really in custody. They made the wrong date. It's the fucking police. They don't make the wrong date. They don't write the wrong date and have it like that for years. It's just not the way it works. I don't know why they didn't lie or cover it up, considering they covered everything else up, but that's neither here nor there. Moving on. So I just wanted to clear that up, though, that the RAV4 and Teresa presumably kidnapped was in police custody on the 4th. They may have taken the blood on the 3rd, but I kind of think they didn't take the blood till they found the car on the 4th, because how are you going to set somebody up unless you know what's happening? So if my date is wrong, I apologize, but I don't think it is. Secondly, someone brought up the fact about the handcuffs. Spoiler alert, and I don't remember the episode because I'm not that good. But in one of the episodes in Making a Murderer 2, Zellner, or somebody, yeah, I think it was Zellner, had to be Zellner, made a comment that there were no, it doesn't matter about the handcuffs. There were no fucking marks on the handcuffs. There was no DNA on the handcuffs. There was nothing on the handcuffs of Teresa, even though she was handcuffed to the bedpost, which she wasn't, because they didn't find anything in the trailer. So it's kind of frustrating when people try to use that. It doesn't matter. Handcuffs are not illegal. Big deal. So the man spent 18 years in prison. He might be a bit horny. That's okay. He might want to do freaky deaky shit. That's okay. It's not illegal. Many people who look perfectly normal and live perfectly normal lives have strange fetishes. So to look at him and say something about that is just wrong. So moving on from that, Johnny, can't even remember his last name, that's how meaningless he is to me, but Johnny had made a comment when they found the RAV4 that somebody in the back of Colburn's voice said something. To be honest, I don't even remember what he said, but it wasn't "it's hers." But the truth is, according to Zellner, somebody did say "it's hers," which only further proves my theory. This person asked if it was Mike. No, we believe that maybe it was Pam, because she knew exactly where to go, or by this point, it could have been fucking Ryan. I'm pretty leaning towards it was probably Ryan, who was basically stalking her. Alright, this is a big one, which I kind of have a problem with, and I have a thought about, so don't hate me. So they're talking about how now Teresa was dismembered. Okay, that's a new one. However, according to Kratz, not that Kratz is reliable, but according to Kratz, the bones in the far barrel on Manitowoc County property, which would have been Josh Randam, whatever the fuck his name is, his property, they found more bones. Now, according to Kratz, not saying Kratz is reliable, but according to Kratz, they were not Teresa's. Okay, so whose were they? Zellner seems to think they may have been Teresa's. Whether she knows for sure or not, I don't know. But the fact that they may not be, maybe the killer is a serial killer, and by no means do I mean fucking Ed Edwards, so don't even think it or even say it. What I mean, and this is, I'm just throwing this out there, I'm not saying definitively. What if Bobby is a fucking serial killer? Or what if Bobby was a serial killer? Think about this. He had 4,000 pictures of sick shit. She named specifically Bobby and Scott. I personally feel it was Bobby and his friend and Scott, because if you look at old pictures on Bobby's website, on Bobby's Facebook, his friend and him are like, you know, two peas in a pod. But she definitively names Bobby. And it's Bobby's computer with 4,000 pictures and everything else. What if Teresa is not the first person he did it to? Assuming he did it. I'm not hanging him. Assuming he did it. If that's the case, do you think someone's going to dismember somebody and not do it again? Or you think they just did one and got it out of their system? It's one thing to kill somebody. It's another thing to dismember them. You have to physically saw them or take something. That brings sickness to a whole new level. So again, I'm not accusing Bobby of being a serial killer. I'm just saying, think about it. Whoever the killer was, if Kratz is right, that those bones were not Teresa's, well then whose were they? Think about that. And how old were they? And when are they from? So it just got me thinking. Again, it's total possibility. I am not saying it's definitive. It's just total possibility. And so it's just a thought. I'm not saying it's sure. Now, speaking of Bobby's family, Barb, for some reason, posted on Facebook and the whole world loved her. After making a murder too, everybody's heart sank. And then she went and did something like this. She posts on Facebook, I don't know what group because I haven't been in her groups in forever, but she posts in a group and says, that was not Bobby's computer. Are you fucking kidding me, Barb? You're insulting our intelligence almost as much as Kratz, if not more. Please stop insulting our intelligence, people. We have been studying this case for over 2.5 years. We know this case without being able to test physical evidence. There are many of us that know this case better than most. So every time you say stupid shit like that, Barb, you insult every single person that gave you $1. You insult every single person that has been trying to help your son get out of jail. You insult his attorneys. You insult everybody. Stop insulting our intelligence. We know damn fucking well that is Bobby's computer. So if you want to go with the claim it's not, whose is it? Was it yours? Are you the sick fuck? Was it your husband's? Was it Pete's? I mean, come on, Barb. Or would you rather just keep blaming Brandon? Because that's really what it seems like, is that you don't want precious Bobby to get in trouble. So let's turn around and fucking blame Brendan again. Isn't that how it worked the first time? Because Bobby's got a wife and kids. Bobby's got 2 kids to worry about. If your son is a fucking serial killer, then guess what? It really doesn't matter, does it? Ugh, she pisses me off. Moving on. Let me see what else. Okay, Kratz, my favorite man of all time. Blech. So she answered, somebody asked about him being the star of the show. Is he still the star of the show? And honestly, you know, if he did such a poor job, I wouldn't be showing my face anywhere. Sarah Lasher, I got news for you. Ken Kratz did an amazing job. He put 2 innocent people behind bars with absolutely no fucking real evidence. For example, your blood dripped off your finger because of a cut. How do you not have a fucking fingerprint on it? If you're cut here, you're going to get some kind of skin cells to hit the fucking thing, to hit the dashboard. This is like not rocket science. I am far from a rocket science or a biologist, and even I can tell you that if I hit something, it's going to leave an imprint of my, of my fingers. If he wore gloves, then he wouldn't have had it on the hood latch. I mean, I could go on and on. So it's just frustrating to me that people don't see, or the jury doesn't see, or even to this day, and honestly, most guilters have not watched MAM2. I don't know why. Maybe they're afraid to see evidence. People are still saying it's one-sided. Guess what? Scientific evidence is not one-sided. Scientific evidence is scientific evidence. Kratz used fucking morons. Zellner did not use, you know, your run-of-the-mill Chicago, which is very good, but your run-of-the-mill Chicago or Wisconsin people. This bitch traveled around the fucking world to find, like, the best of the best. We were joking around yesterday. When I grow up, I want to be Kathleen Zellner. I want somebody to drive me around in a Bentley. I want somebody to hand in my paperwork. The woman is amazing. I mean, seriously amazing. We all said when I grow up, I want to be Kathleen Zellner. So in my next life, I'm going to be Kathleen Zellner. But you guys know what I'm saying? Like, Kratz did a great job of fooling everybody. Everybody. So to say he did a piss poor job, they're still sitting in jail, and every fucking person that's involved in Wisconsin is not helping them get out. So that tells me that he did a damn good job, a good snowball job. And he's confident. His pompous ass believes that they're never getting out. And you know, at this rate, he's on the right path. Zellner's going to have to pull a miracle. Every single higher court denied Brendan. So let's just hope that Kathleen pulls a miracle. But I agree with her that so many things were blatantly obvious. And it just didn't happen. So, like I said, I have to go pick up my son. So I apologize it's being short, but I definitely wanted to get a video out there. I wanted to address this. I've now watched Making a Murderer 2 times around. 2 for 2. So starting tomorrow, I'm going to start doing videos on the actual content of it, even though I've given you hearing things here and there. Don't forget, hit subscribe. Come to visit me on Facebook, Making a Murderer Uncensored. I'm on Twitter under TwistedXCons. And no, it's a fitting name, but it really didn't have to do with Kratz or Making a Murderer. It has to do with my psycho ex. But anyway, and that's all I got for you. So let me know in the comments, though, Friday or Saturday, what kind of loser are you? If you'd rather do it Friday night, I'm game. If you'd rather do it Saturday night, I'm game. Either way, we will all be losers together. Have a great night. Peace.